Myths, Legends, Stories, and Tales with Lady Liadan. Today we are going to read the Bremen Town Musicians. Have you ever heard that story? It's kind of a fun story. This tale is told by Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm and illustrated by Hans Fischer. A man once owned a donkey who carried sacks to the mill for many years, never tiring. But now the donkey's strength was failing, and he was less and less use for work. So his master planned to get rid of him. Realizing that something was up, the donkey ran away and set out for Bremen, where he thought he could become a musician in a town band. Ever heard of a donkey playing some sort of instrument? Me neither. When he had been walking for some time, he met a dog lying in the road, panting as if he'd been running until he was worn out. "What are you panting like that for, Grabber?" asked the donkey. "Oh," said the dog, "my master planned to kill me because I'm old and getting weaker day by day. I can't hunt anymore, so I ran away. But how am I going to earn a living?" "I'll tell you what," said the donkey. "I am going to Bremen to join the town band, and you could come with me and be a musician too. I'll beat the drums, and you can blow the bugle." The dog liked the idea, so they went on their way. A dog blowing a bugle? It wasn't long before they met a cat on the road, looking glum as 3 days of wet weather. "Well, old Whiskers, what's the matter with you?" asked the donkey. "It's no joking matter to have people after your blood," said the cat. "Now that I'm getting on in years, my teeth are blunt, and I'd rather sit behind the stove and doze than chase mice. My mistress planned to drown me, but I managed to escape, and now I'm at my wit's end. Where am I to go?" Poor kitty cat. "Come to Bremen with us. You're good at singing serenades, so you can be a town musician too." The cat thought that was a good idea and went along with them. Soon the three runaways passed a farmyard where a rooster was sitting on the gate, crowing his heart out. "Your crowing could wake the dead," said the donkey. "What's it all about?" "I was forecasting good weather," said the rooster. "Tomorrow is Sunday, and they're having guests at the farm. Unfortunately, my cruel mistress has told the cook that she wants to make a soup of me. So I am crowing at the top of my voice while I still can." "I know what, Redhead," said the donkey. "Come with us instead. We're on our way to Bremen, and what we find there will surely be better than death. You can play the clarinet, and if we can all make music together, it will sound very fine." "What kind of band do you think that's going to sound like?" The rooster liked the idea, so they all four went on their way together. They couldn't get to the town of Bremen in a single day, however, and in the evening they came to a forest where they decided to spend the night. The donkey and the dog lay under a big tree. The cat and the rooster got into its branches, and the rooster flew to the very top of the tree, which was the safest place for him. Before settling down to sleep, the rooster looked around to all 4 points of the compass. he thought he saw a little spark of light in the distance. Calling to his companions, he said there must be a house not so very far away, since he saw a light shining. "Then we'd better look for it," said the donkey. "It's not very comfortable here." And the dog thought a few bones with a little meat on them would go down nicely. So they set off towards the light, and soon they saw it shining more brightly. It became bigger and bigger, and in the end they came to a robber's house, all brightly lit. The donkey, being the largest of them, went up to the window and looked in. Came to a robber's house. Oh my goodness, what's going to happen? See, look, there's the donkey. He's peeking in the window. "What do you see, Grey Pelt?" asked the rooster. "What do I see?" said the donkey. "I see a table laid with good food and drink, and some robbers sitting at it enjoying themselves." "Oh, how nice," said the rooster. "Dear me, yes, I wish we were in there," said the donkey. The animals wondered how they could drive the robbers out of the house, and finally they thought of a way. The donkey propped his front feet on the sill. The dog jumped on his back. Then the cat climbed on top of the dog, and the rooster flew on top of onto the cat's head. When they were all in position, one of them gave the word, and they all began making music. The donkey brayed, the dog barked, the cat hissed, and the rooster crowed. Then they burst into the room through the window with a clatter of broken glass. Oh my goodness, what a sound that must have made! The robbers leapt to their feet, and at the fearful noise, thinking it must be a ghost coming in, and they fled into the forest in terror. So the four companions sat down at the robbers' table and ate as if they weren't likely to eat again for many weeks. Oh my goodness! When they had finished their meal, they put out the light and looked for a place to sleep, each according to his nature and his own comfort. The donkey lay down on the dung heap. The dog lay behind the door. The cat lay on the hearth beside the warm ashes, and the rooster settled on the very top beam on the roof. Being tired from their long journey, they soon fell asleep. When it was past midnight, the robbers saw from a distance that the lights in the house were out and all seemed quiet. The robber captain said, "We oughtn't to have taken fright like that," and he told one of his men to go and search the house. The robber crept into the kitchen to light a candle, and, thinking the cat's glowing, fiery eyes were live coals, he put a wick to them, expecting them to catch fire. Oh no! Well, the cat didn't care for that one bit, and jumped at the robber's face, spitting and scratching. The terrified robber tried to escape through the back door, but the dog was still lying there, jumped up and bit his shin, and he stumbled past the dung heap in the yard. The donkey gave him a hefty kick with his back leg. Then the rooster, roused from his sleep by all the noise, flew past the robber's ear and crowed, "Cock-a-doodle-doo!" The robber ran back to his captain as fast as he could go. "There's a terrible witch in the house," he yelled. "She spat at me and scratched my face with her long fingers, and there's a man with a knife at the door who stabbed me in the shin, and there's a huge monster in the yard who beat me with a wooden cudgel. And up in the rafters sits the judge crying, 'Catch that crook, will you?' So then I ran for my life." Oh my goodness! After that, the robbers never dared go back to the house again, but the 4 town musicians of Bremen liked the place so much that they stayed there for good. The end. That was an interesting story, wasn't it? What did you think of it? What did you think of the robber's tale that he told the robber captain? That's all the time we have for today. We'll see you next time.